Today we're going to fit auto DCC uncoupling to a Bachmann class 37. Things you require is your 37, some strong cotton, fine wire, a mobile phone vibration motor, one of these, and these are option extra, a bit of brass and some mounting screws. You'll also need some way of altering CVs. I use a program called Tweak and Drive from YouTube because I mainly have Zemo decoders, but you can also use something like Decoder Pro, which will also do the same sort of job. Or you can do it through intervals of CVs through your command handset. So these are mobile phone vibration motors, and when there's power applied to them, this end spins. This is it when I've added extra wiring, and I'm using enamelled wire, which is thin and insulated. You just need to put a bit of solder on the ends with dip it in the hot solder and it should stick to do it. When fitting these, you need to assess that you've got space to put the motor, and I'm going to fit it to this part of the bogie here. This is just a close-up of the mobile phone motor. You can see what it does is it spins, and all I did was got the fine wire and extended the wire into the locomotive. So this is the motor that's fitted here. What I've done is I've extended the wires through the bogie. Let's see if you can see that. And this is super glued in. And what I've done is I've added this little brass, I think it used to be an old coupling, Pratt and Winkle, to give it a bit of extra security. And here is the agitator that creates the vibration, and to the KD. You keep that in line there and there, and just here you can just about see it is the twine. What you do is you tie the twine around this part here, and you tie it to the moving part of the KD, so it's not loose but not pulling the KD open. Attach some super glue to the agitator here, so when that moves, what it does is it pulls on the twine, which opens up the KD. So I generally connect these to output 6 of the Zemo sound decoder that I have. And if you look on here, output 6, I think is this pin here. It tells you here about which one is which. I don't think you can see that. No, but output 6 is that pin there. So for this I generally solder to output 6, which is the second pin up on the right from the bottom. You can just see the fine wire here is there soldered there. That is the negative. Doesn't really match on these motors which way around you solder it. Positive wire is going to go here, and what I did was I traced where the common positive was off the PCB to make it just easier to solder to there. That's the 2 connections you need to make for the motor. So this is it with the decoder back in situ, and you can just about see the fine wires going through here. Now the motors are rated at 3 to 5 volts, but you don't need a resistor on this wire at all. I'm giving it full power because it gives it enough power then to open the KD, and because it's only a momentary switch, you're not holding it on for a long period of time, the motor won't burn out. I've done hundreds of uncouplings with these and they haven't burnt out. So the individual CVs which have changed is like function output 6. I've changed this to uncoupler, that is CV132, special effects for that thing. Down here we have the pull-in, which is CV115, disengage, which is CV116, And if you move to CV44, that's now got a value of 128, which assigns F10 to output 6 on a Zemo decoder. If you don't have a Zemo decoder, then you'd have to look up what CVs you need to change to get this to work. So now you need to assign whatever F key you want to output 6. So here we go on the software I use. We go to model detail, it's got an option saying Zemo F key easy remap. This has got a Zemo MX644D in it, so we can bring that up. And we've got F6, I've already put in that it's got uncoupler. And we go to F10, assign it to F10, make sure you get the right box. And click apply. And then if you go to aux output, whichever software you're using, this one on the bottom, it's got auto uncoupler options. Pull in, I've set to 150. And disengage to 165. This gives a good amount of time for it to release tension on the coupler, uncouple it, and then move away. So once you've done, it's got all those set, I'll go then to CVs and write changes to the loco, which is what it's doing now. On my ECOS, F10 is this one here, which is going to be my uncoupler. Move it over to the 37. It needs to be in forward mode, which is the way I've set it up, so you can see that's in forward mode. So now I'm going to activate the uncoupler, and you'll see it come backwards to relieve tension, open the KD, and then move away. And when you let go, it should put the KD back to how it was. Let's put a wagon in and see how that works. So that's now coupled. So as you can see, let's just move it forward a little bit. So we'll come to a stop, press the uncoupler, disengages, moves away, so you can uncouple anywhere you go, anywhere on your layout.